Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. I want to start off with saying thank you to the team over at Entrepreneurship for letting me jump on this presentation and discuss with you guys about Yelp. Today, I will be talking about Yelp 101 for business owners. And of course, before we get started, how can I start a presentation without introducing myself? My name is Margaret P., and I am the San Gabriel Valley Senior Yelp Community Manager. My role is to connect the community with great local businesses in SGV. Um, and I went ahead and included my email, which you see at the bottom of this slide, sgv@yelp.com. Feel free to email me about anything. If I don't have the answer, I'm certainly sure there is someone I know at the company who does. So feel free to shoot me an email, or if you just want to say hi and get connected, I'm happy to help you with any questions as well. I wanted to go ahead and touch base on today's agenda, give you guys a run through of what I will be discussing about today. Without getting too far ahead, I just wanted to touch on these bases. We will be discussing consumer behavior, leveraging Yelp's free tools, and communicating during COVID-19, and specifically reviews. All right, so let's get started. Let's start with consumer behavior. It's the way consumers search for products, services, and experiences changes as technology evolves. So essentially, we are setting the stage for how users, consumers search for things. And here is an example that I actually wanted to share with you. Reviews really influence decisions. I've included 4 other sites that have a review element to them, including Amazon, which has product reviews, Uber, driver reviews, Food Network, which include recipe reviews, and Rotten Tomatoes, which include movie reviews. An example that I can use pre-COVID, I actually would go to the movie theaters almost on a weekly basis. And I would spend hours and hours on Rotten Tomatoes looking at different reviews, seeing what had the best ratings on the movie, on any movie that was out that week, when essentially I already knew what movie I wanted to see. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this. And whether it's on Rotten Tomatoes or any other site, we all use some type of reviews to solidify our purchase. So how do people make buying decisions? Well, 97% read online reviews for businesses, 85% trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations, and 73% say positive reviews make them trust an online business more. So yeah, I just wanted to share some specific information on how consumer trust reviews. Almost everyone looks at them nowadays, and reviews are something that people look at, and it's just as important as getting a recommendation from a friend or a family member. All right, so I wanted to break down the difference between all the social media platforms. Yelp is a business directory, and you just don't know how to spend and you just are trying to figure out how you would like to spend your money. The difference between Yelp and social media is typically on Yelp, you have an intent to buy. So on Facebook, on Facebook, you want to connect. On Instagram, you want to engage. On Google, you want to learn. And on Yelp, you want to buy. So this slide here shows the breakdown of income for users. Here it states Yelp users are higher earners. Over 51% of Yelp users have an annual household income of 100,000 or more. And you can see that in the graph right here as pulled in 2019. Yelp users are spending money. Over 92% of consumers make a purchase after visiting Yelp. And here in this chart right here, I'm just going to read it as is so you can get a visual of it. But 92% of consumers make a purchase after visiting Yelp, at least sometimes, frequently, or almost always. 42% purchase within a day, and 79% purchase within a week. So when consumers search on Yelp, they're very quick to transact into a sale or spending their money with a local business. And I just wanted to be able to illustrate to you guys so that you guys have a better visual of this as well. Leveraging Yelp's free tools. Let's transition with Yelp's free tools and what you get as a business owner to get more visibility to not only our site, but on the internet in general. All right, so the first thing you'd want to do is to claim your business. The first step is going to business.yelp.com, which you'll also find very important information like blog posts, news updates, product updates. And really, this is very important to a business owner to be able to connect with the consumers on their page. All right, and now we're going to talk about how you can update your business information. Business pages with complete profiles see 4 times more user views and 5 times more customer leads per month. So super important, once you create your Yelp business profile page, you're going to want to hit business information. And then under business information, you can go ahead and click important information about your business, including hours, your name, your address, categories, etc., which I'll go over in the next slide. And here we are. So you can update your name, your address, your phone number, website, categories, and all your attributes, which are really important when finding basic information about your business on the Yelp app. And hours are so important. There's a lot of missed opportunity when businesses don't have their hours plugged in correctly, because we do have a search feature where you can look up open now. And so an example that I can use for myself, sometimes I'm craving a late night snack, or I haven't ate dinner until 10:30. I don't know. What are hours nowadays? However, if I type in open now and I don't see a business that's open there at that time, it becomes a missed opportunity for the business, because I could have been a diner at their place for that late night fried rice or whatever it is I'm craving that night. But be sure to update your hours, including what days you're closed, if you're temporarily closed, if you've permanently closed, or any special hours as well could be indicated there too on the business.yelp.com site. All right, so there's another tab where you can write about further info. This includes your specialties, your history, and even a meet the owner feature. This adds sentiment to your business, and a lot of people actually like reading about this. They want to learn more about the business, and could also be used as a good keyword for search optimization as well. And so without getting in too deep, here is the items that we've covered and the action items that you need to prep up that business page. So make sure you have your basic info, your hours, any specialties you have, your history, if you want to add a meet the owner, and a lot of other ways to personalize. And there are other things that I will be discussing about in this presentation as well. All right. So you also want to make sure that you upload photos consistently. As a Yelp reviewer myself, I actually tend to look at businesses. Let's say fried rice is obviously top of mind today. So let's say I'm looking up fried rice. I find a business that sells fried rice. I click on the business. The first thing I do is look at photos, swipe, swipe, swipe until I find something that I really love. And then I look at reviews and everything else about the business before I decide to to make that purchase. So I cannot express to you how important it is to share your photos. Okay, so once you are on business.yelp.com, you're going to want to click photos and videos. And once you click that tab, you can click upload photos to be able to upload any updated images you have. And it is unlimited, but I cannot express enough how important it is for a business to have updated photos all the time, whether it's your specialty menu of the week or the month, exterior shots, etc. I'm actually going to go over that on the next slide here. But these are some examples that you guys can use to help upload, to help give you ideas of what you can upload for your photos. So that includes photos of your team, exterior shots. I know personally when I'm looking to dine out or go to a place of business where I've never gone to before, I always look at exterior shots in case I get lost, and that actually helps me a lot. And if you are a service-based business, maybe pictures in action showing off what your services are, your specialties, your details, and especially meet the owner. People love to hear stories about the business and especially the owners as well. Okay, so again, your action items when it comes to uploading your photos. You want to make sure first you upload most recent photos. Captions are very important. Photos say a million words, but captions take you that one step further. Then you do have an option to flag a photo that you see that is not relevant to your business. If you do see that there was a consumer updated photo that was totally for the wrong business or is not an item you offer whatsoever, you do have the option to flag it, and it could be reviewed by HQ and then removed if it fits. And then you can update your photos as necessary, delete what you need to delete, update what you need to update. But again, photos say a million words, and I cannot express enough how important it is to upload your photos constantly on the Yelp app. And if you don't have so already, I highly recommend that you download the Business Owners app. I know you probably already have the Yelp app on your phone, which is the red icon. But if you are a business owner and you have a business page or you're looking to create a page after this presentation, you could definitely download the app on your phone so you can utilize a lot of these tools on the go. It's available both on Android and on the Apple Store. You can be able to complete your profile, track engagement, request a quote, respond to messages, reviews, and manage your reputation as well. Okay, so we are in 2020 and definitely times have changed. So I do want to discuss how you can communicate during COVID-19. You can build trust with customers by communicating your current operations and safety measures. So first and foremost, you want to create a clear, concise, and consistent message. You want to educate consumers on your business updates, including your current hours, your offerings, your cleanliness, your special safety measures, your virtual services, best way to make contact, and how to currently make a purchase. All these are super important, especially now in 2020 when we're in the middle of a pandemic. People want to know these things. So similar to holiday hours, or if there's a special holiday involved, we have typically a banner that shows up at the top of a business owner's page. Through COVID, we did create a COVID-19 update, which includes a message from the business. And during these challenging times, businesses are adapting and making rapid changes. To help businesses easily communicate with their customers, a COVID-19 update banner is being displayed at the top of all Yelp business pages. You can edit this alert to communicate specific updates about your business's response to COVID. So if you see here on the right side of this presentation, Delicious Diner had a little blue blurb with their COVID-19 update, and it says here, due to the citywide mandate, we will be closed until April 7th. Please email us at their email to reschedule. And then you can click see details, and then the full verbiage will be on there. And there'll be more examples as we move along with this presentation. And another thing that's become really important and imperative in 2020 are virtual service offerings. So if you've pivoted your business to anything virtual, whether you're a gym or you are offering tours, tasting sessions, etc., you have the capability to do so on the app as well. So this includes virtual classes, consultations, tasting sessions, tours, experiences, and performances. And then on the right-hand corner, you could see how you could update that as well. And going along with anything virtual, essentially, this is Bay Home and Window. The area that's highlighted in red or boxed in red has the blurb that says updated services, and Bay Home and Window looks like they're doing virtual estimates and virtual consultations, which if you go on to their site, on their Yelp site, you can easily see that right below COVID-19 updates. Health and safety measures have also been added to as a feature on our app for business owners, which I personally reference all the time. I want to make sure that people at the store are wearing masks, and are they social distancing, is hand sanitizer provided, etc. But here it says, indicate the safety measures your business is taking to keep your staff and customers safe. Some of these safety measures will be the differentiating factor for a consumer, just like I said, like myself. And again, on the right-hand side, you'll see an example of how it looks on the mobile app. So our MasterCard, check. Do they have limited capacity? Check. Staffs wear gloves, check, etc., etc. And here is how it looks like from the desktop. Again, we're referencing Bay Home and Window, but you see their COVID-19 updates on top, their updated virtual services on the next tier, and then health and safety measures are included in the tier that's boxed in red. And in general, we want to be showcasing what we're doing through these times. And I just wanted to show an example of these businesses that have highlighted that they've created protective barriers, whether it's a nail salon or a restaurant. And they've uploaded these photos on the Yelp app. People are looking for these things before they decide to dine out right now or get any services done. And using the Yelp app is a great way to communicate that to your consumers or just your social media in general. People want to see that you guys are taking the precautions through this pandemic as well. So here's just another example of a business that I found on social media of them explaining to the consumers what they are doing to keep consumers safe during this time. Again, I cannot stress the importance of doing so, especially in a time of a pandemic. Whether it be on our app or any other social media platform, an example like this, I think, is really important to showcase to your consumers. So now we are going to talk about reviews. 53% of consumers expect to receive a review response, and businesses that respond see a 10% upgrade in star rating on Yelp. And we're going to go over all of that just right now. Business owners oftentimes are not engaging with online review sites because they're afraid of negativity or they think it's just a place to complain. But in fact, almost 80% of Yelp reviews are neutral to positive. There are more 5-star reviews on Yelp than 1, 2, and 3-star reviews combined together, as you can see in the star rating distribution chart. This shows us that people want to have a positive experience and are looking to share their feedback of these positive experiences as well. 89% of consumers read businesses' responses to reviews. Consumers care about responses to reviews. On Yelp, businesses have the option to respond publicly or negatively, which I can also discuss about later on in this presentation. Respond to reviews on every platform because that's what your customers want. And here are some facts. Businesses who have responded to reviews average a 0.5 higher rating compared to businesses with no review responses. Businesses who respond to their reviews have received more reviews on average this year than those who have not. And businesses who have more reviews have higher user views and customer leads. If you think about the psychology about that, it makes sense because if I'm a customer and I see that they read and respond to the reviews, there is a why, and it's important and helpful to who is reading it as well. And just a little fun read to share with you guys. I did want to share with you this book with the author called Jay Baer. The book is called Hug Your Haters. And it just really talks about how to embrace your complaints and keep your customers. I know we probably have a handful of readers here. So for my readers, this is a recommendation that I'd like to make. So here I am talking about the response to critical reviews, which I kind of touched base on just a few slides ago. But responding to critical reviews are super important, whether it be a public comment or a direct message. It could be legitimate, inaccurate, or a rant, and there are different ways that you can respond to it as the business owners. Public comments are not meant to win the reviewer over, but it's to reflect who you are as a business and your customer service practices. You can click on the reviewer's name and see a breakdown of all their activity on Yelp, just to kind of see how their reviews skew to begin with, how many reviews they've written that are negative, positive, etc. And you can also use that information to decide how you'd like to reach out. So maybe you decide that you want to just reach out to them directly, or you can reach out with a public comment, etc. There are all those steps that you could find on business.yelp.com on how to do so as well. We also have some blogs about it too, and I'm happy to share that if you decide that you want to reach out at sgb@yelp.com, and I'll be sharing my email at the end of this presentation too. And now how to respond to positive reviews. Again, there are two ways to respond, whether you want to do a public comment or a direct message. If you have the time to personalize or reiterate the things the reviewer mentioned, use a public comment. It will help you appear more in search. If you're responding quickly and sending the same message to everyone, use direct message to avoid sounding canned. And I just wanted to share this example with you guys. When you guys are getting those amazing 5-star reviews, we highly recommend that you amplify the positivity. Here is an example from Connie Bauer and how she's been able to share her reviews on her platform as well with all these 5-star reviews that came from our site. People took the time to craft these 5-star reviews and share their appreciation of your business. Why not use that as a testimonial to your business so that you can generate more business in the future? And here's just a tip that I wanted to share. Don't interfere with the natural flow of reviews. Inspire great reviews organically. And also, Yelp does have a review recommendation software, and it's something it looks at as if reviews are solicited or asked for. So be sure just not to do that on Yelp. Maybe on other apps you can do that, or sites, but we just don't recommend doing that on our app. We do highly recommend that all reviews come in organically. So whether it be like maybe you have an iPad that you encourage people to write a review, etc. We just don't condone that. So keep them organic. And then also you can let your customers know you pay attention to your Yelp listing. by sharing links on your website and in your email signature too. So here are some great examples here. You can check out the site that's here that included Yelp as a place to find a review. And then you can also include it in your signature links. And then also just as a consumer, if someone checks in, they actually get the feature in their email that says your next review awaits. So this is where it's important to be sharing those photos, etc., because this is how it shows up on their mobile app too. So some action items, a reminder to create a strategy for managing and responding to reviews. Take a minute, really, really take a minute to understand what the review is and how it came from. Whether it's a negative or a positive review. If you decide that, it's just not the time for you to respond, or it'll just, fuel the fire, take the high road or take comfort. And as mentioned earlier, we do have a blog, which has a lot of business tips for business owners. There is a lot of information on there, including product updates, community updates, data, etc. But there is a tab specifically for business owners, which you can find on the right-hand corner of blog.yelp.com. And you can find all these cool tools that you can read about, including all these four screenshots that I took. So in summary, we covered consumer behavior, leveraging Yelp's free tools, communicating during COVID-19, and reviews. I hope I was able to give you guys some insight on the Yelp app, and I hope you guys found this helpful. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to reach out. Again, my name is Margaret P. I'm the community manager here in San Gabriel Valley, California. Reach out to me with any questions, sgb@yelp.com. And if you want to follow along on my adventures, I highly recommend you follow us on Instagram as well at Yelp SGB. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day and have a great holiday. Bye.